what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah.
She's got that black hair. Hey, everybody. Welcome to ChickChat here on The Mesh. I mean, where have we been? What have we been doing?
We've been doing a whole lot of stuff. It's been, 3 years?
I know, right? Life gets in the way. I don't know how many times I have to say that whenever we come back from this. But you know what? Things, they are a-changing. We got some new plans in store for ChickChat. The new way of doing things. And the newest addition is that we now officially have a co-host. We're not going to be doing this whole Mary-Margaret's got to find somebody that's got free time to come over and talk to her about girly stuff.
Make sure they watch TV and read stuff.
Exactly. Make sure that they are addicted to some of these stuff like I am. Instead, right now, we are going to welcome in our own official co-host. And when the time is appropriate, we can bring a guest in still and have some of our girlfriends come by. But for now, it's you and me. It's me and Janette.
Yay!
Yay!
We officially have to have a theme song now.
I know. Well,
that we can sing to.
It's not like we're not going to sing anyway.
Right.
Like we'll sing something eventually.
Yeah.
So we will. We are going to need a little theme song. We're doing a little refresher here. So Janette's going to be a regular with us, and we are going to set our monthly calendar to come in, record. You will be having once a month Chick Chats at least. Yeah. Unless there's breaking news in the internet world that we really need to report out.
A special report.
Like special report. On a very special episode of Chick Chat. So we will have to keep everybody posted about that, but we're going to set a monthly schedule and we're going to make it happen once a month, and that's just the way it's going to be now. So get used to us because now we're not going anywhere.
We're here to stay.
Hey. All right. So I'm excited to have you here. And, the format's not changed. People, I think, liked it. It was fun. We still talked about stuff that we like to do.
Right.
For a refresher, because we're going to kind of announce this out to some people that maybe haven't heard us before, maybe don't know what we're here doing. We are located in Hickory, North Carolina, on a network called The Mesh, and it's themesh.tv. If you want to check us out on the web, we have a whole bunch of different shows. But this is the girl one. This is the fun one. Let's be honest.
Yes.
This is the entertainment one. We do have a film review show, and that is entertainment as well, but that's called Foot Candle. Mm-hmm. And they are going out and seeing movies and stuff and telling you what to go see and what not to go see. But we dive a little deeper. We go into the trash, if you will.
The personal lives of the people in those movies.
Right?
Yes.
I like to say in my normal life, I don't judge people. But when I come on Chick Chat, I do.
It's all about judgment.
I do. I'm just going to...
It's a judgment zone.
Absolutely. Circle of or cone of safety doesn't apply here. Doesn't matter.
We will judge.
I'm going to tell you how I feel. I like to watch TV. I like to watch TV after my family's asleep. I like to talk about it with people that watch the same TV. My husband refers to it as, trash.
Good stuff.
I mean, garbage. That's a common word whenever he sees what I'm watching. But it's what I enjoy. So that's what our show is about. Rumor has it, On the Mesh, coming soon, is the guy equivalent of this show.
No.
Yeah. Yep. If you think real hard, I bet you could guess who's going to be hosting it. But I'm just putting the teaser out there that there is supposedly a male pop entertainment show coming your way.
Bring it.
Just throwing it out there. A little competition. All right.
All right.
The guy told me he was going to talk about fashion on there. I was like, really? Are you now? We'll see. We will see. So we'll stay tuned for that. But you know what? We're going to get right into the thick of things. We're going to start talking about is summer. It's hot.
So hot.
It is so hot. I know that you were supposed to be outside and enjoying the weather, and it's good for you to get out in the heat and sweat a little bit.
Don't do it.
Not doing it. It is nasty hot here in the South in July.
Yes.
It's almost August, and August is typically even worse.
It is.
I'm really not excited about it at all. Air conditioning's pumping in my house, and the TV is staying on more. So
that's right, because I'm inside.
Because I'm inside watching, right. And that's it. So big question every time I see you in the hallway here in the offices. What are you watching?
Most of the stuff is on DVR right now that I watch.
Okay.
But that's fine.
That's fine. That's totally fine because that gives you your flexibility. That's
does.
good.
Still a lot of Netflix
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Just wrapped up Orange is the New Black. I know I'm a little late, but I was watching
The newest season.
Yeah, I didn't. The newest season. I didn't binge.
Yeah.
Kind of took it episode by episode when I had time.
And I'm gonna pause right there because I did the same thing. I actually had to take my time with it because I did not like it as much.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. Least favorite season of all.
I didn't mind the season. The one I'm kind of holding off on, I will get to it eventually.
Yep.
It's House of Cards.
Same here. I had to pause on it. I'm only a couple episodes in.
I haven't even started.
I have to be in a completely different mental zone to watch that show.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's sadly a little too close to home on some things, like with this presidential situations that we've gone through and recently and that we're all on. Everybody has their own opinions about, but it still has just divided us, I feel like, a lot within the country.
Yeah.
And it's like they're portraying real life on this show. And it's hard to watch, but it is a dark and twisted show.
I'll get to it.
I'll get there.
I need to kind of
But I got to be in the right zone.
Dark than comedy. I kind of got to release from it. Because I actually forget what I watched before Orange is the New Black. But I want to say it was something dark.
Okay. Well, I am currently... I did watch Orange is the New Black. Mm-hmm. I finished that. I watched Bloodline as well. Not sure if you've seen that.
That's the other one I have to finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched it as well. Meh. It's the end.
This is the series.
Right.
And you're not
it's done. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but it's a dark one too. It's like I kind of had the shakes afterwards, on a couple episodes, but it's still good because I really like that cast a lot on Bloodline. Again, that's a Netflix show, Bloodline. If you haven't seen it, it's only 3 seasons and this was the final one. So it's easy to kind of run through those. I am watching I guess it's an older show. I mean, not old, but it's one I never watched when it was on actual television, but I just started randomly watching Prison Break.
Okay.
Did you ever watch it on network?
Yes and no. Season 1, I think I got through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then life got in the way for season 2.
Sure.
So I think that was it.
Okay. They are all on Netflix. And so I've started watching it. It's kind of it's got a little suspense to it, but it's an easy watch. I can sit down and I'm watching and it's not super, super dark, but it's suspenseful.
Right.
And I like that. And the guys are not hard to look at. Just throwing that out there. Wentworth Miller, I believe his name. Mm-hmm. Not bad to look at. So, and he's in prison and there's something oddly attractive about him when he's in there because he's the college graduate that is trying to do the right thing and escape. Not for him. He doesn't care if he escapes. He's trying to get his brother out who was wrongly accused of murder. It's over the top, but it's still good. And it's an easy watch. And I'm just kind of pecking my way through it. I'm not binging, but I also have sort of, admittedly, I've gone back and I've started watching Sons of Anarchy again.
Well, they've got the spinoff coming.
Was my whole thought process.
But with new people.
I know.
I was really upset they weren't going to bring Jack
I'm not.
Taylor back,
I know. I'm not sure how that's going to go or how I'm going to feel about it.
He might make a cameo,
which I would fully support.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there, I know that I actually had a couple of people write in and tell me that they started watching Sons of Anarchy when we discussed it before, when we were, drooling every episode.
Yeah.
But if you haven't watched it, they are all on Netflix now. The season or the series has ended, so you can see everything in its entirety. And, that one has enough humor in it for me because of the friendship that these guys share and they pick on each other. Mm-hmm. That it keeps it light enough, but that thing is gory, and I almost forgot how gory it was.
So that's
it is
probably
bloody.
One that I want to go back and watch, but I feel like it's too soon.
I thought I was questioning it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a couple episodes. I'm going to watch the first ones again because it was 7 seasons or something.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I've had a little chunk of time here since I watched the first season.
Okay.
So I'm going to see how that goes. And the first couple episodes, I was like, holy crap, I forgot about that. Or, oh, yeah.
Pick up on new things.
I did. And I like it. I like it. Like it.
You like it,
I do like it. I likey watching them. and now, obviously, I still feel like it's been enough time. So anyway, I've gone back and started watching that a little bit again, just bit by bit. But those have been my Netflix things right now that I've watched over time. I did watch 2 new Netflix things that are Netflix original, which I'm super fan of. Whenever they bring out something new. I've watched 2 series and I've binged both of them, not on purpose, but just happened because I loved both series. First one is Glow.
Haven't seen that one.
Okay. Glow is Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Okay, so I'm going to admit something.
Yeah.
I used to watch the original Glow.
This is the real deal.
It was
this is mimicking it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like with Lady Godiva. Do you remember Lady Godiva?
I absolutely do. This is the whole reason that I watched this. I grew up in the time where I have 2 older brothers, and my middle brother, we grew up in the Hulk Hogan stages and where these guys in wrestling, it was a performance, it was entertainment, but these guys were people you went to see and you mimicked, and we all knew it. I was a girl, but I knew who they were. Yeah. And still to this day, those are the famous ones.
Right.
And so we grew up in that time. So this series, if you watch Glow on Netflix, it will transport you back to the 80s, and you will, they did a brilliant job of costuming and makeup and hair and subject matter. It's hilarious. It's a great show. It's super fast. It's, I think maybe 12 or 13 episodes. It's the only season out. Yeah. And it's great. If you grew up in that time period at all, you'll get it.
Okay.
It is a little language heavy in some areas, and there's a little bit of drug talk and stuff. Again, it was the early 80s. So they were putting you back in this, but other than that, it's just pretty darn good. You'll recognize some of the people in there, some people you won't, but it's good. Okay. So I recommend that. Second one that I watched that was an original one was Friends from College.
I want to watch that.
Okay. I was in tears at certain points of this show because I was laughing so hard. Not because it is like slapstick, out loud guffaws. It was, I have friends that I could relate a lot of these people to. And so if you have a group of friends or anybody that you've kept in touch with, even if it's from high school or a group from college or a group from your first job, whatever it is, if you've got a group of men and women that you are, friends with, you can probably relate to this group.
Okay.
And it's Fred Savage is in it. Yes, from the Wonder Years, and he plays a fabulous gay man. And several other faces that you'll recognize. The lady from what was the show? How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
The Weather Girl. What was her? Whatever her name was, she's in it.
Here we go again with
the one
with the brown hair.
That one. Yeah. She had the umbrella. That one. She is in it, and she's they're great. They're all great, but it's about 6 friends and their weird connections, and now they're all adults, and they can't help but slip back into their college ways every once in a while because that's how they met each other. That's how they became friends. Yeah. And so, of course, a lot of them are married to people they didn't go to school with or so forth. Anyway, it's really good. And I knocked through that in no time.
Watch that one. That's the one that came up on my timeline next. So.
Yes. That one I highly recommend to watch and then come down and discuss with me.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. Did you watch Stranger Things?
No, I have not started that one.
Janette!
I know. Look, I'm going to tell you.
That one's old now.
I know, but I'm that person where I'm like, aliens, kid gets missing. All right, whatever. Not into it. Same way, but I was the same way with The Walking Dead. I was like, zombies, really? No.
Okay, I've never watched The Walking Dead.
I love that. But, okay, so I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Because everyone's all like,
yeah,
it's the best.
Again, kids in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's what it is, okay?
But there's aliens.
There's like one alien.
Okay, but there's an alien.
Yeah, but it's not like an alien's chasing them around. It's like there is a presence of something and you don't know what it is.
It's an alien.
And literally till the last episode.
But you know it's an alien.
You know that it's supernatural.
Okay.
Makes sense?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
It's
I'm
really
gonna see
good.
what all the hubbub's about.
Yes, the good thing is now season 2 is getting ready to come out, and they've just released the first official trailer for Stranger Things 2. And like at one point, the kids, because it's all about these 4 kids, these buddies, and at one point they're all dressed up as Ghostbusters. Because the movie has just come out.
Yeah.
And then there's another part where they're at the arcade and they're playing a game. And in the background of the entire trailer is Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yes.
I mean, how can you not want to watch this? These kids are adorable too, by the way. I love them.
Cute kids.
They're great. They're super cute kids. Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Okay. All right. Good. That's homework.
All right.
You've got to watch it before season 2
If I get
comes
upset
out.
with the alien, I'm blaming you.
No, you won't. You won't. You will not get sick of the alien. Winona Ryder is in it, and she's cuckoo. You know how she had that whole... do you see the thing where she was on the award show stage? No?
No.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so there was... which ones are the TV awards? The
Emmys?
Emmys, I believe. And Stranger Things won an ensemble award. Okay. So they're all up there on stage. And one of the guys from the show, not the kids, but one of the men in the show, is accepting the award on behalf of everybody. And Winona Ryder standing beside him. And he's talking. And he takes that moment to go on a little bit of a political platform. And doesn't call out names or anything, and he doesn't get nasty about it, but he just talks about this is the time that we need to do this, and yay for us for doing this, and this is why we're here. And the whole time, Winona Ryder is looking at him, going, "What? What is he talking about?" Making this horrible face. And then when he would say something powerful, she would throw her fist in the air and go, "Yeah." And then she'd look at him and say, "What? I don't know what he's talking about." And she's making there's memes everywhere.
She was girl interrupted.
She was girl interrupted, and she was girl schnockered is what she was. She was super...
Must have been the Golden Globes.
Maybe. Exactly. They all been sitting at the tables
They're all
with their
drunk
wine.
at the Golden Globes.
Yes. It was something. It was this past year, though.
Okay.
So if you go and look it up on the computer, Winona Ryder Awards acceptance or whatever, it's hilarious. And they've zoomed in on her and stuff, and you're going, what is she doing? Like, everybody can see you. Quit acting this way. So anyway, but she's great in Stranger Things.
Okay.
She actually plays the mom of the boy that goes missing. So she loses it because she's a mom. And anyway, it's good.
I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
going to give it a try.
All right. Let's see. What else? Oh, here's one of these pinnacle pieces of garbage, as my husband says, that I've started watching. It's the first time I've seen it. It apparently has been on for a while, but I stumbled upon it one night and I got stupid hooked on it. Have you seen Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
Shut up. Do you watch it?
Yes.
What? I was so worried to bring it up today. I thought you were going to be like, no, and that's crap. What? No, I
think it's hilarious.
I like to envision myself in every situation they're in.
I play a game of green card or no green card.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Who's in it for the green card? Who's in it for love?
Yep.
So that's my whole game.
So right now there's 3 couples, and for anybody
there's 4. Well, 3 couples and another 2 people who got married and are working on an annulment, maybe.
What?
So there's the Ohio girl from Sandusky. We're talking about different things.
What are we talking about?
I don't watch Married at First Sight. You know what I watch? 90 Day
Fiance. Okay. I was going to bring that up,
You're
too.
like, what green card?
I'm like, wait, what?
I don't watch Married at First
90
Sight.
Day Fiance, I have seen bits and pieces of, and now I totally get the green card reference because every single one of them's like, I want to love him so much, and this is that, and it's I don't get it. Like,
I think there's only one true couple in that whole thing.
So explain to me first, 90 Day Fiance, what happens there? Like, what's the premise?
So these are people who either met while one of the other was abroad, or they met online.
Okay.
And now they've fallen in love. And
is that air quotes that we're doing? They've fallen in love?
Some of them have fallen in love.
Uh-huh.
And when I come to America, though, not like I'm going to go to one of the couples is in Israel or...
Okay.
Not going there.
They all want to come to America.
They want to come to America and marry the person that they are dating.
Okay.
So, but I believe you have to do it within 90 days on some type of visitor visa.
Okay.
So this is what I believe. Because I don't know. Don't quote me on this.
Cheating the system.
Right. Don't quote me on any of this because I don't know the government regulations around this. But it's called 90 Day Fiance for a reason, right?
Right.
So they come here and they get married. And that's
like legal marriage.
Legal marriage.
Okay.
But then they have to do the whole, you got to meet with the immigration officer.
Yes.
Kind of like The Proposal. If you watch that movie.
Yes.
Where you still have to meet with the immigration officer and prove that you're not just here and you're not just married in order to get a green card.
The movie Green Card, Andy
right,
McDowell.
The movie Green Card, yes. So, yeah, it's this whole thing.
So, after 90 days is when they get married?
They have to get married within 90 days.
Okay, and so bits and pieces I've been seeing are people being like, I thought I wanted to get married, or I don't know if I want to get married to her or him or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So obviously there's questions along the way.
All of them at this point are married.
Okay.
This is like season 2.
So are they going to get like an annulment if they don't?
One couple is working on an annulment. It's the couple. The woman's in Sandusky. He's from Tunisia or something like that.
Gosh.
He's here, but he moved down to Florida after they got married. This is the guy who, at their wedding, when it came time to kiss the bride, he's like, "Oh, we don't do that in my country." Like,
oh, hello, surprise!
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, "What?"
Huh?
So,
but they have they could date up to 90 days, if you will.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, or whatever. Okay, so
but these people have been dating longer. So, like, they met either while they were on vacation, or they met online, and they've been long talking.
Distance.
They've known each other longer than 90 days. Yeah.
So, Married at First Sight, kind of the opposite.
I've seen it, just not this season. But this season looks like it's good. Last season was kind of a dud, which is why I didn't start.
Well, I've never seen anything other than this season, and I happened to come across it on the first night, just because I don't know why. But these people have applied to essentially a matchmaker.
Right.
And they have to be selected because somebody else matches up with them.
Right.
Okay. And then there's these 3 professionals. One's a pastor, one's a psychologist, and one's like a love doctor type deal. And those 3 people are the ones that are making the matches, and they have all this criteria, and there's so-and-so does this, so therefore they have a 30% match rate on this. It's supposed to be very technical, okay? But essentially, the fact of it is that you're showing up on your wedding day in your dress and with bridesmaids and everything else, and nobody's met your partner.
Including you.
Including you.
Okay.
You don't see them till you walk down the aisle. Okay. Then they have 8 weeks that they have to be together. And they do things like they have sort of a lineup set, like an outline or whatever. They go on a honeymoon first. They come back. They have, finding a place to live together is sort of 1 week's episode. Another episode is all about celebrating holidays. Another one is meeting friends and family, all this stuff, right?
After you're married.
After you're married.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way. And it goes through and kind of hits these topics every time. And each week, like, one of the doctors will come and meet with the couple and they talk through issues that they're having or anything going on. And at the end of 8 weeks, you have to make the decision if you were going to stay married or if you were going to file for divorce. And you have to do it like on a couch and in front of the cameras. Yeah, in front of the other person, like on the fly. So next week is 8th week. So I think either this week or next week
we'll
we'll find out.
So they'll show all the episodes leading up to that.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's on Lifetime. Yep. And so there's 3 couples. And, they go through these ups and downs. And they went on a second honeymoon. Like each of them they're supposed to rekindle and go back to different places and all. One couple for the entire 8 weeks has not had sex because she just doesn't quite feel it yet.
Well, she doesn't know this guy.
Right. Whereas there's other people that did on their honeymoon.
Okay.
Because they were like, hey, it's my honeymoon,
I mean, I guess we're compatible.
Right. Right. And then there's like some people that have said, I love you already to this person. And then other people that said, not quite ready yet, but I really, really like him, And so it's funny to see because I put myself in that situation every once in a while. I'm like, wait, like, what all did I know? I had a very, very quick dating time with my husband.
But you knew him.
But I had known him since I was in 7th grade.
Right, it's different.
I already saw all of his ex-girlfriends. I knew they were friends of mine, for goodness sakes. I met his parents. I'd seen his horrible yearbook photos.
Yeah. Been
through all that. And so when we actually did start dating, it was super fast because we kind of skipped over a lot of stuff. Yeah. But this is really intense when you're watching it because at some points I kind of get mad at some of the people because they're holding back things and they're like, I just don't really know. And I kind of want to be like, you signed up for this show. You said you wanted to get married. And you know what? Part of being married is hanging out with his friends. Quit moaning about it. You signed up for this. Another one, like immediately the day when they got married, starts talking about their kids.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's why she signed up for the show. She wanted kids so much. And I was just like, lady, you ain't going to make it to 8 weeks. So
are there couples that you think are going to make it?
I do.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident about one couple.
Out of the 3?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's going to stay married. And then I feel pretty confident about one couple that's going to say, never mind, we're done. And I'm not sure about the middle couple. Yeah, it goes back and forth like every week. But the reason it goes back and forth is because I feel like they're actually acting like a married couple.
They're trying.
Yeah. They're not only are they figuring each other out, but they're trying to, they immerse each other in each other's lives. And it's new. And you have to kind of get through that. I mean, you're married. I'm married. It's hard.
Yeah.
You have to compromise. You have to figure each other out. I don't know how many years you've been married. I've been married almost 15 years. And I still figure out things new about my husband. I feel like, that it's like constantly changing and growing. So I can't imagine 6 weeks in and...
Yeah, that is not the show for me.
On my wedding day. On my wedding day being like, oh, hey, yeah, okay. I mean, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, you'll do.
They literally got up to the table and said, my name is.
My name is, yeah.
Yes.
When you say I do, this is my name.
Yeah, fill in the blank.
Right.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's a very another social experiment style
but there's
that I
hope,
watch.
because when I watched it, maybe it was a few years ago, there was a couple on there. I was intrigued because I thought, what is this whole thing, Married at First Sight?
Right.
And the couple that was on there, this girl cried like the whole wedding. After the wedding, she didn't want the guy to touch her. I was like, what is happening?
What did you sign up for?
What are y'all doing? So I got intrigued. I was like, I'm going to watch this.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad. I mean, I felt horrible because I'm watching her almost have a nervous breakdown, right?
Have the worst day of her life.
She's like, I can't believe I did this. I shouldn't have said I do, but I'm going to say I do. And she's like, what? And after she got married, she was literally like, what did I just do? And he's trying to pet her. He's all in love. She's beautiful. And she's like, he is not who I would have picked myself.
Guys, you did not do your job right.
She actually said that to him. Like, she went up to the three people like, what was it about us and about him that you thought I would like? And I felt bad for her because
did you
honestly,
slip up the application? You messed it up.
My name.
I'm not Lauren.
Right.
I am Mackenzie.
Flip that again. And I felt bad for him because you knew it was all about the looks.
Of
like,
course.
had he looked differently,
right?
Her reaction, because again, she knows nothing about this person to be reacting this
Sure.
way. It was all like, she opened the door, she didn't see Prince Charming standing there.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like, ooh.
And see,
No.
that's why she ain't married.
I thought
already in the first place.
Right.
Because
But-
she was surface shopping.
Right.
She was not figuring out the person, which is what those three experts are really the reason they've matched them up is because of their past, their families, their goals, their
Right.
jobs, their history.
And that's what they did with her, apparently.
Right.
But she was like, no. Right? So I'm like, I'm going to watch this out. So I watched this. I think there were other couples on the show.
But who
knows?
cares?
Who knows who they were?
Cares?
Who cares who they were? I watched this whole thing. I'm like, oh, they're not going to make it. It's a train wreck. Like, he was constantly trying to hold her hand. She'd be like, no, still don't touch me. But fast forward, they are like one of the most successful couples on Married at First Sight.
Right.
She fell in love with him. She even said,
My bad.
I had to get...
Sorry, honey.
How do you get past my insecurities? I'm like, yeah, those weren't your insecurities. Those were your,
Yeah, your selfish
your
tendencies.
selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting show.
it is.
Like I said, because I get mad at some of the people sometimes because I'm like, well, of course you're uncomfortable because you won't let him hold your hand or whatever. I mean, you still have to try. You can't, like, there's this one girl, I mean, every time I get so frustrated with her because she compares everything to her ex-boyfriends. Everything.
That's
And this is the couple that have not consummated the marriage. Okay. And so, of course, these experts are coming in and they're like, hey, we're not telling you have to have sex with each other. Like
in 8 weeks.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not telling you that. However, that is a part of romance a lot of times. And like, they're like, you guys aren't even doing like the romance thing. Whether it leads to that as the ultimate or not, it's not, y'all don't like cuddle.
So they're
You're
just
not,
like roommates.
Yes. And every once in a while, like, she always kind of will be like, so, like, yeah. And she pats him on the back or something. And this poor guy is going nuts.
Does he like her?
Yeah. I mean, because he sees how they could be compatible, but he's lacking romance. And he's like, how can I just stay in a relationship where she's going to compare everything to her past boyfriends? And they've had to talk to her about it every time because they're like, you do realize neither one of them wanted to marry you.
Right.
That's why you're on this show.
Yeah.
So we gave you somebody that meets all these things you said you had problems with. Like,
But now it's not good enough.
get out of your own head.
I'm going to have to watch this.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Go see if you can binge it if it's on like a reruns type thing. It's on Lifetime.
Okay.
Married at First Sight.
Hi, I'm Alan,
I'm Chris.
and we're the co-hosts of Foot Candle Films, a movie review and film discussion show here on themesh.tv.
Each episode, we talk about some new movies, cover some film news, and have some recommendations.
And trust us, we're just as likely to talk about the latest Jim Jarmusch film as we are the newest Transformers installment.
Hold on, don't get too crazy.
Well, okay, maybe not that bad. But you can find our show and all our episodes on themesh.tv. Plus, you can subscribe to get new episodes delivered right to your computer or mobile device.
We'll see you in the ticket line.
That being social experiment number one, we all know, if anyone has ever listened to the show before, we know that in the summertime, Janette and I both religiously watch Big Brother.
Big Brother, yes.
Summer 19 right now.
Oh, wow.
We are,
Has it been
yes,
that long?
Big Brother 19 is on right now. And, I have a feeling next year's going to be really big. They're going to do
It
some
should be
really
an
cool
all-star
stuff.
season or
I
something.
hope so. I hope it is. This year, for those of you that don't watch Big Brother, and they have Big Brother in like every country almost.
Yeah.
It's Big Brother Canada, Big Brother whatever.
They have Celebrity Big Brother in the UK, right?
That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So, it's out there. I don't know who all watches what, but this is U.S. Big Brother season 19. And it's a good one. They literally have thrown 16 people or so in a house, and you have no television, no cell phones, no internet, no pens, no paper, no games, nothing.
They have chess.
They do have chess, one chessboard.
One.
They have one chessboard, and and shared bedrooms throughout, like enough beds for everybody, but shared bedrooms. And then you have competitions throughout the time to basically, you have to kick one person out per week of the house. And it is a very, very social. This year, there is a new rule that they can't nap during the day. So 10 a.m., this is in California. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., no napping, which prevents them from sleeping all day and staying up through the middle of the night.
And they have to find things to do.
Yes. So they are, they have a backyard completely closed off from the outside world. And the backyard has like weights and a little tiny pool back there and open grass area and stuff. But the thing is, it's called Big Brother. So there are multiple cameras every square inch of that house. And people are wearing microphones the entire time that they're awake. And there are live feeds out there. You can actually pay like $5 a month or something and get access to watching these people 24/7.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which I don't know how that really works, but I've seen clips of it where they will show you things that obviously don't make it on the show. But that's weird.
And who has the time?
That's weird. What are you doing? It's weird.
Like you're watching people walk around the house.
Right. It's really weird.
Is there sound?
Yes.
These feeds? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This is actually where there's Twitter feeds and websites out there where there are people logging what happens.
I get it.
And whatever's happening on the live feed is what they're logging, so you can follow along the whole day.
Just get that.
I know, right? And so it is. It's pretty unique though, because I mean, obviously there's game talk every once in a while, and a lot of lying, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of all bad stuff. But anyway, Big Brother. I think this is a really good season.
Yeah. My favorite Paul is on there.
Paul is the only one that has come back this year, was asked to be back on. Yeah, so far. And he's the vet of the group, if you will. And he's fantastic. I love him.
It's all about friendship.
Yeah. He says he doesn't say friendship as much this year because it blew up in his face last year. He came in second place last year, so now he's back for the summer. And I agree, he should have won last year, but maybe there's still hope for him this year. He's got a lot of friends in the house. He's only got a couple of people that don't care for him, so he could be sticking around for a while. So if you watch Big Brother, we'd love to chat about it sometime. You can send us an email or you can call us and leave us a voicemail, whatever it is. But we love chatting about Big Brother because there's a lot of strategy.
A lot of stuff.
And a lot of options of things that could happen.
And we know what should happen on the show.
I mean, because Janette and I really know everything.
Right. CBS should probably just hire us to tell us how
we know how it should
Big Brother should run. What should be the temptations? How should the games be played?
What other rules should be inflicted? It really is all about Janette and Mary-Margaret at this point, figuring out how the lives of these 19 people are going to shape out in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So anybody out there listening from CBS, we'll gladly take your emails
We've
as well.
We've got some great ideas.
Mm-hmm. Just give us a call. We'll handle it. So Big Brother takes up, 3 nights a week that they have shows, because 2 are like competition shows and then 1 is the live television show, and it's live eviction. Somebody gets the boot.
Then you have to have the nomination. Then you have to have the power veto show. So.
Yeah. It's intense. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, and it's another one of those things where you sit down the whole time going, "Could I do this? Oh, I could do this. No, I don't know if I want to do this, but I think I could do it if I wasn't on live TV all the time."
I think so too.
You know what I'm saying?
I think so too. That would be in there with somebody that I really like.
Oh yeah,
because I would go crazy and I would be voted out so quick.
That would get in my head too much, knowing that all those cameras around, and they say that you forget it, but I really just don't think I would. Just
especially
really
when they have those competitions, like, okay, now everybody get in their bathing suit.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, they always have like cute little tiny girls and big muscular guys, and then like one random old guy.
Right. I'd accidentally say something inappropriate, and then I'd be like the talk of
I would be the one that gets booed whenever it gets kicked out.
What did I do?
I didn't mean to. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Tell me what I did.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do?
Julie Chen is the host of that, which I I feel is really weird. You know, she's just a strange individual to me. But Big Brother, still plenty of time to catch up on the game if you wanted to start watching now.
I think at this point they need to hire Jeff to host.
Oh, absolutely. Jeff, as in Jeff and Jordan.
Jeff and Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Jeff needs to take over, run with it, get him out from behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Julie's
She's good, but
she's a little robotic for me. She's done her job. Let's move on.
She's not effective. Like, I'd be the one to be like, oh man, I couldn't believe you got voted out.
Oh, I know.
She's like,
and
"So,
she's like,
how do you
hello,
feel?"
here you are on the outside world now.
She's too newsy. Mm-hmm. Like, she's a journalist.
She's supposed to
She's
be.
like, for real legit.
She's supposed
You
to
need
be.
someone who's not legit.
Jeff's going to be like, I did not see that
Dude,
coming.
you should not have done that. Your big mistake was
Yeah.
trying to get Paul out too soon.
Jeff did the interviews for all the cast members before they walked into the house. And you know, he'd ask them a question like, what's your strategy going to be going into the game? And they'd say something. They're like, what do you think about that? And he's like, I don't know. I never won. Because he's been on the show
Right.
several times. They keep bringing him back for like all-star years or couples years or whatever. But he never wins. He does great, and he's a fan favorite. That's why everybody loves him. He keeps coming back for that reason. But he hasn't won the show, so he's always like, I don't know. Like,
Sounds good to
What are you
me.
going to do? I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, so it's pretty funny. And there's actually a couple guys this year that have never seen the show that are in the house.
I don't believe that.
Yep. They haven't
So
admitted
how did
it
they
in the
get
house.
signed up for? They got recruited.
They got recruited, yeah.
Okay.
And they have not. One of them, the older guy, his kids signed him up.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then one guy, the rodeo clown, Jason, has actually never seen the show, but I can't remember. Somebody either signed him up or something he said, but he admitted he hasn't told people in the house that, I think. But he admitted to Jeff beforehand because Jeff was like, so you a big fan of the show? And Jason's like, well, I am now. You know, and Jeff's like, what does that mean? Like, you don't really like the show? And he's like, it is a great show. It really is. And Jeff's like, you've never seen it before. And he's like, nope, not a show.
Sounds
not
great,
one.
though.
Yeah. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. $500,000? Cool. I'm in.
I'll take it.
I'm in. Yeah. He's actually doing really well. So, yeah, who knows? Moving on, one last show that I have started watching that's new that seems to fit in properly on this show is a show on that network, Freeform.
Okay.
It used to be the CW, I think. No.
ABC Family.
ABC Family. Thank you.
Yeah.
Freeform has a show called The Bold Type. And it's brand new. It's only had like 3 or 4 episodes or something. And I've really liked it. 3 girls working at a magazine in Manhattan or wherever they are. And of course, the little trials and tribute. It's very Sex and the City-ish.
Okay.
But it's brand new. So if you kind of get in, you're learning the characters and stuff right now.
I always forget about that channel.
I do too, and they changed kind of their whole style of things for a while. That's where Pretty Little Liars was, and Young and Hungry. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but it's a little racier too. So they have these shows on there that you're kind of like, wait, what happened? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, nope, we're not ABC Family anymore. Sorry, guys, we're not going to make it a family network. So, but these are a little racier, but they're
Okay.
good. So The Bold Type is
Okay.
another recommendation I have out there for anyone watching. Have you ever seen Queen Sugar?
No.
Have you watched it yet?
No, but I've heard great things about that
Okay,
show.
I do love it. It's dramatic, but it's a great story. I mean, it's just nice to follow. It's very beautifully done.
It's
Like
about a family who owns a sugar farm, right?
they do. Well, they own a farm, and then they're trying. Yeah, they crops are sugar,
Okay.
and then they're trying to get into like the sugar mill industry. Basically, there's a dad that owned it, and all the children are grown now. But of course, they all have their own issues, and the dad was only there in the first couple episodes, and it was the guy from A Different World that played Colonel Taylor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dwayne Wayne's like favorite teacher or whatever. It was him. And of
Okay.
course he's, aged a lot now, but they've got 3 children, and they are, they all have to kind of come home and figure out how to run things and what to do, and family troubles bring them back and stuff. One girl has married a famous NBA star, And so she's well known in the public, but she's the business mind of that basketball relationship. Like, she's his manager. Oh. And the son has gone through drug and alcohol abuse. And then the other daughter, who's played by Rutina Wesley, who actually the reason I started watching this show is because I went to school with her. Okay. And she used to be in True Blood. She played Tara in True Blood. She is in the show, and she plays Nova, a character that really just is really confused in everything she's doing. She's, having an affair with a married man. She's not married. He's married. He's of a different race. But she's an advocate for young black men who have gone to prison. But this guy's a cop, and it's all really, but then she's also had an affair with a woman before. And so she's really hiding kind of a lot of stuff about herself that a lot of people don't know. She kind of lives double lives. But anyway, it is so well done and super classy and super pretty. Like, the colors are all very grayed over, and so it's real tonal imagery. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's beautifully done. So that one comes on Oprah's network.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if you get a chance to watch Queen Sugar.
My list is getting long.
I know. That's all my TV stuff. It's all my TV shows. I mean, I'm not watching anything.
I'm not watching anything except
I know I don't really have time to watch TV, but here, let me tell you some shows you should watch.
But when I do.
But when I do, I like to watch all of these. So anyway, just a couple of headlines to touch on. It's a sad day because we have just found out that Prince Philip is going to be done as a royal. He is announcing his final appearance as a royal family member. I mean, obviously he's going to be married as a family member, but
his engagements,
he's 96 years old, and so he's not going to be appearing anymore.
It's time,
and it is time. Good for him, to do that. Let's sit at home and enjoy some ice cream or something. But
at 96, it's time.
Yes, but I love Prince Philip. But
do you see this as a way for the Queen to step aside and say, her husband's had some health issues over the past few years? Mm-hmm. Is this setting the path for her to finally say, we're both in our 90s, the time has come for us both to step out of the royal public eye?
I don't think she'll ever give it up. I don't think she'll ever give it up.
Okay.
I think if Prince Philip sadly passes away,
right.
Just obviously he's 96. I mean, he has lived a good life. But if he was to pass away tomorrow, I think she'd be like, let's all go in mourning and I'll be back, next week type deal.
So she's what?
She's not that far behind, right?
I know she's in her 90s, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Because they're not, it wasn't like she was like child bride or anything. No. He's just a little bit older and probably a little more frail, it appears, But I don't think she'll ever give it up. I don't think she wants Charles to be king.
She can't outlive him.
Who knows?
I don't know.
But I don't think she wants Charles to be king. I have had.
You think she wants William to do it?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think that? Because of Camilla?
Yes, I do. Okay. I think, and I'm telling you this out of the mouth of. I believe I've told you my new brother-in-law is British.
Yes.
And so we went over to Scotland for their wedding, where his roots are from, but he is British. Grew up on the east coast of England. And they all want William to do it. They all want him to. They all praise him as a hero. They think Harry and William both are heroes. They are... people that chose to go on the front line and fight, and people that have chosen to give a service to the military when they truly didn't have to.
Right.
And this is from, like I said, his mouth, was that while they do recognize that Charles does a lot of civic goodness, so he does have a lot of foundations that have been raising money, and he's getting good stuff like that. There's just something different about people hailing them as a hero and wanting them to be the leader. So, he's kind of like, yeah, let's just skip right over.
And with this being the 20th year of the anniversary of Diana's death, this is going to be a hard year for him.
There's been in the news a lot.
Of him.
It's been in the news a lot lately, seeing like, here's what the last conversation was with William and Harry and their mother before her tragic death. And like, let's move on. I can't believe it's been 20 years. It's been pretty crazy, right?
To be, it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's an interesting one. I'm glad he's able to step away on his own and say it's time. I'm ready.
And it's. I think it's a nice public thing to do. Instead of just disappearing or whatever and kind of being like, whatever. Right. I think it's nice to make that statement and let people acknowledge it and let people say, what a great job you've done.
Right.
So be it. But still, kind of miss him because that means that, maybe he's not doing so well or
I hope he's,
whatever.
I hope he's okay. But, it'll be interesting to see how the Queen reacts.
Yeah.
I'm sure he consulted with her before, but
I have no doubt.
Everyone consults with the Queen before anything happens.
No doubt.
Before they give the corgi a bath. It's like, is it okay? And what shampoo should I use?
Yes. So I'm pretty sure she had to clear that. Sad news, but appropriate for our time. I feel like because of our age, we have lost 2 singers recently, unfortunately, to suicide. And they have such a weird connection with each other. Not a weird connection, but
they were close friends.
They were. Chris Cornell, who, it's probably been a month or so now, that he allegedly committed suicide. They're assuming that's what that is. And then just the other day, Chester Bennington committed suicide as well in the same fashion, and on Chris Cornell's birthday. Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Yeah. Chester was actually the godfather of Chris Cornell's daughter. It just seems really weird stuff, that's kind of gone down. Like, I'm not really sure all the details, obviously. We're probably never going to know what was going through his head and stuff. But, these are guys that were like, this was my college years music, that was playing. And this is what, obviously, I still enjoy their music now. But it was a sad day, very sad time that they were all lost, and hate that they were so close, because that means that family and friends were probably all acquainted as well, and now they're all dealing with that at the same time. So, they just had a music video that was being released and set to be released like the other day, and it came out like a few days. Yeah, Lincoln Park. It just came out a few days after his death, which is kind of weird and crazy, but. Yeah, so it was exactly 2 months ago is what I'm saying. And Chester sang Hallelujah at Chris's funeral. I'm speaking them like in first names, like we're friends. But he sang at his funeral, and it was exactly 2 months ago. So he was one of his children's godfathers. And anyway, it's just really, really sad. I hate that is kind of going down. And like I said, especially because it was our age range, of people. And these guys were young. They were in their early 40s. Yeah, Chester was 41. So hate that. Moving on to happy news, which I think is just, I don't know why I find this so weird, but Mindy Kaling is pregnant.
I know.
I have a hard time picturing her as a mom. And that, I don't say that about many people, because I think obviously there's like motherhood tendencies in a lot of people, but usually buried. But I just have a really hard time picturing her as a mom.
Well, see, I watched The Mindy Project on Hulu, and she's a mom on that show.
Is she really?
So I can kind of picture it. Yeah.
She got pregnant on the show and stuff. And okay. See, I didn't know that. Yeah. I have not. I watched like a little bit of the first season, and she's just extreme. She's really over the top for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, congrats to her.
Yeah,
I think that's
exciting.
It's fun. It's going to be one of those, she's going to have like fun pregnancy jokes or something to tell, very Chrissy Teigen type style or something, whom I love. Just saying.
I love Chrissy Teigen.
Love Chrissy Teigen. She is legit. Speaking of babies, Beyonce's been a mama since we've been on the air again and twice over.
Twins.
Rumi and Sir?
Yeah.
Not feeling it, bae.
Those are the celebrity names.
I don't really dig it.
I mean, her name is Beyonce, so.
I know. But,
And then she does have a daughter named Blue.
I know. But I'm waiting to find out when.
You're tongue-tied over.
I am. I'm wondering when this whole weird name craze thing's going to stop. Do you remember how it started? Do you remember, like, some names from I know that rockers and stuff have always had,
Was
like,
it
weird
Gwyneth
names.
Paltrow and Apple?
That's the first one I can think of.
Okay.
Honestly, Apple. And then what is Courtney Cox's is like Coco. Her kid's name's Coco.
Coco's cute. But is that her real name?
Yes.
Like, on the birth certificate, it says Coco?
Yeah, because David Arquette is part of that marriage, or was part of that
okay, well, that
marriage.
makes
And that explains it, right? But, yeah, I remember Apple being kind of the, what?
Well, but Frank Zappa with Moonbeam.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The rockers have kind of done it for years. But this, I think, was somebody that people thought were somewhat steady in life. You know? I mean,
but when you've got more money than you can ever spend in your lifetime,
you're going to name your
just
kid
name
whatever
your kid,
the hell you
the
want.
kid's going to be fine.
I know. But still, geez.
I mean, we think about things like, oh, I can't name my kid this because if you name her Reese, it's going to be Reese's Pieces. They don't care about that stuff.
Or I went to school with Johnny,
with
and
Sarah,
nobody
I
liked
didn't
him.
like her.
Everybody hated Sarah.
That's off the list.
That's
We
true.
think about stuff like that.
Totally true.
They probably don't go down that list.
No, they don't care. They don't really care what people think about
a
them.
baby book.
Yeah.
I've got this.
I know my name.
I'm just going to take some Scrabble pieces and throw them. And the letters that form, I'm going to make a name out of that. We'll be good. Give me a few vowels and some consonants and I'll be good. It's like Wheel of Fortune. I'll take an S, a T,
it's the Kardashians. You know, I mean, they're just, oh, poor Rob.
Is it trying to outdo Kim and Kanye with North and Saint?
North Saint Dream is Rob's baby, right?
Yeah. So they're like, oh, we can do better than that. We've got Sir, Rumi, and Blue.
Yeah. Boom. Drop the mic. Have you ever seen the Late Late Show with James Corden where he plays Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts? Okay. So it's a game where he sits with his guest, celebrity guest, you know, at a table that's a round table. It's got a lazy Susan on top, so it rotates around. And there's these disgusting things on it, like bull penis and... I can't believe I just said that on air.
I know. Are we allowed to say that?
And I know, right? I'm sorry. Bird saliva. And it was like, fish eggs. I mean, not fish eggs, but all this different stuff that's just the tongue of a cow, like ridiculous things, right? And you either answer the question that the other person asks you, which is written on a card prepared for you.
Okay.
Or you have to eat what they have picked for you. Like a fish eyeball and stuff like that, right? And they have the throw-up buckets and everything beside them. But the questions are like really uncomfortable ones to answer. And what are the two young Kardashians?
Kendall and Kylie?
Kendall and Kylie. Okay, Kylie's the lip one, right?
Right.
Kylie was supposed to be on the show.
Yeah.
And she canceled in the last minute and said she wasn't feeling very good. But it was around all this controversy around her lips. And then, like, there's this boyfriend that she'd broken up with, but he bought her a car and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, there was all this, like, weird drama going on. So she cancels last minute to James Corden. So Mama Kardashian, Kris, sends Kendall instead. So Kendall goes on and takes the place. Well, she's got to play this game now. And James basically says, okay, here's your question. You know, do you... your sister Kylie was supposed to be on the show tonight and you took her place because she was not feeling good. However, we just received these photos from some paparazzi that see Kylie out here getting ready. Like she's dressed super nice. She's going and getting in her car and da-da-da, whatever. It sets up this whole thing that she's obviously lying.
Right.
And he says, so your question is, how is Kylie feeling today? And Mama's over on the side going, drink the bird saliva. Like, drink it. Like, don't answer the question, you know? And so one of her questions to him, to James, was, what is your, who was the worst carpool karaoke guest you've ever had? And he's all like, I don't want to answer that because I got to call out somebody. Another one was name 3 members of your band.
He couldn't do it.
Or 3 cameramen. That's what it was. 3 cameramen in the room. And he's like, I'll eat the bull penis. You know, it was whatever was in front of him. So, yeah, it's really funny. It's like one of my favorite skits to watch because it is gross, but the questions are insane and perfect.
Check that out.
Yeah, but one of the questions, my whole point with this was one of the questions to Kendall was rank your niece and nephew's names in favorite to least favorite. And she really likes the name North, but she was kind of like on the fence about Saint James. She's like, me,
Those are little,
whatever. Yeah. But it was funny. It was like, rank them from best to worst. So obviously,
She
poke
likes
and fun
North
at
because you
names.
can say Northwest.
I know, right? Yeah. So she was doing that. But anyway, funny show. Not so funny topic. Super serious
We're switching
topic.
like
I know.
I'm
You
going
keep
high
up.
low.
Keep up.
Okay.
Super serious topic. Wrapping it up here. I'm going to leave everybody on a high note. Of course, we're going to play a quick this or that. But Rolling Stone has Justin Trudeau on the cover, and it's an article in Rolling Stone about him. And basically, the cover says, "Why can't he be our president?" And the topic of the headline name of the article is "The North Star."
Speaking of dream, he is dreamy.
I mean, he's super dreamy. And apparently, you know, has women on his cabinet and minorities in the House and everything. I know.
Go Canada.
Gosh,
Shout out to Canada.
Gee whiz. It's whatever.
See that crazy mayor they had? Justin Trudeau completely makes up for all that craziness.
I know. I'm really, you know, interested to see because Rolling Stone does some good articles and they get some good dirt out of people. So we'll find out some good stuff. So everybody go out and
There's not
support.
going to be any dirt. He's too measured and he's got people around him.
Have you seen his pictures from when he was like 14 and stuff like that? Like,
there was nothing really racy about it.
No, but still, I mean, they give you some good things to think about.
I'd like to read about him, but he's got enough people around him that are going to kind of be like,
I know.
or if he doesn't know how to answer a question, be like,
I think I like the way he speaks, frankly, about how, like, he's just doing what he considers normal up there.
yeah.
And when he says the things that he's doing, it's kind of like, well, this is the normal stuff. And I'm kind of like, why is nobody else doing
Right.
this?
Why does nobody else think
Right.
this is normal?
That's why I like to read about him.
Yeah.
So I might have to, like, look that article up, maybe tear out the pages and
I
hang it
love
up
the
in my
little
bathroom or something.
video clips they have with like him and Barack Obama and their bromance.
I love
and then him
them.
with the French
The little memes that he
Macron.
does. Yes.
and their bromance.
Yeah, the young guy in
The young
France.
guy.
Absolutely. Bring it on, guys. This is it. This is the future.
Hey, The Rock's thinking of running. We could.
I smell what he is cooking. Goodness gracious. It's time for this or that, how we end every show.
Bring it.
You know what? Next month, you're in charge of this or that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let's see here. Cream and sugar or black coffee?
Cream and sugar.
Corn or peas?
Corn.
Me too. Burgers or seafood?
Burgers.
Seafood for me. Peanut butter cup or Hershey's bar?
Oh, peanut butter cup.
Tough one. Depends on my mood. Gosh, that's a really hard one. Jello or pudding?
Pudding.
Jello for me. I found this list. I didn't make this list up. I found this one, and this one's horrible. Let's just be honest. Who asks if they want a cupcake or a ding dong? I don't care. That's okay. Apple pie or cherry pie?
Apple pie. But cherry pie?
I'm cherry pie. She's my cherry pie. That was, yeah. I sang that in karaoke one time. And my brother was like, "You can't ever sing that again. That's ridiculous." Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Sour for me. Ribs or wings?
Ribs.
Really? I'm wings. I'm wings all day long.
Oh, I eat wings all the time, but
if you had a choice.
Right. Like, yes.
Interesting. French fries or onion rings?
French fries.
Me too. Netflix or Hulu?
Ooh. Netflix.
Me too. These questions are horrible. Rock or country? I mean,
Country.
rock for me. I can't
kind
deal
of
with
rock?
country.
Like hard rock?
I don't know,
Is
but
it
the
classic
question
rock?
is, but the other one is the alternative is country, and I just can't do it.
some country.
I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I like classic rock. So I don't know, like, when you say rock, it's pretty broad.
I mean, it's kind of like saying country or anything else. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to take.
I mean, I can't take, like, metal bands, but I can listen to some classic rock all day. Or something like is Bon Jovi considered rock? I consider them rock pop.
Yeah, sure.
I can handle them. Aerosmith. People like that.
Yeah.
I can
All right.
handle some
I get
Metallica.
it. I get it.
It's-
Bowling or theater?
Theater.
I think me too. Yeah. I actually believe so. Wood or metal?
Wood.
Me too. I think metal kind of looks like a sanitarium or something, right?
Like I am in prison.
Prison break. Walking or jogging?
Walking.
And zoo or aquarium?
Zoo. There's usually an aquarium at the zoo.
I should cheat the system. Cheater. All right, William or Harry? What?
Harry?
Okay. I
Can't
know.
wait. That's going to be our breaking news.
I know.
Harry is engaged. Stop it. You know you love her.
No, I don't. I don't.
You
I
will
don't know
learn.
anything about
You didn't
her.
like Kate at first either.
I didn't. But I don't know anything
No one's
about
good
this
enough for our
lately.
boy.
I know. You hold strong over there. Telling you.
Don't feel pressured into anything.
Don't give in because she's on a TV show. Don't be ridiculous.
He
All right.
wants
Well,
kids, though, and he's in his mid-30s. It's time.
yeah.
You're like, whatever. Fine.
Whatever. He's still the prettiest. So, all right. Well, that's it. Welcome to your first show as
Yay.
co-host, official. Next month, I'm going to assign you some topics, and you get to contribute like this. Yeah, how about that? All right, so we're going to wrap it up. We want to remind everybody that we are on The Mesh podcast network. You can find all different types of topics and shows here. Find our website at themesh.tv. We do have a voicemail line at 828-619-0048 that you can call and leave us a message. Tell us how you really feel, and we may or may not say your name online or on the show. We have an email for info@themesh.tv, and you can address it to ChickChat. We'll be happy to fill you in on everything that we give you feedback on what we're talking about, but you can share your thoughts with us as well. So hope everybody has a good day. We will be back monthly now. There is no fear about that. We might even throw in some special episodes here and there when something really good is happening. But until then, we will catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.